Once upon a time, in a quiet old kingdom, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Her home was a large old house, with tall windows, wooden floors, and soft candlelight glowing at night. Cinderella was kind, gentle, and very patient. She lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters, who were not kind to her. Every morning, before the sun was fully awake, Cinderella would rise from her small bed. She swept the floors, washed the dishes, and cleaned the rooms. While the house was still quiet, ash often covered her clothes. From the fireplace she cleaned each day. That is how she got her name, Cinderella. But even with tired hands and a weary heart, she remained gentle and calm at night. When the house finally rested, Cinderella would sit by the window and look at the stars. She dreamed softly, not of riches, but of peace, kindness, and a better tomorrow. One peaceful evening, a royal message arrived. The king was hosting a grand ball at the palace. Everyone in the kingdom was invited, so the prince could find a bride. The stepsisters were excited. They laughed and planned their dresses and jewelry. Cinderella listened quietly, her heart beating softly. She hoped, just a little, that she might go too. But her stepmother shook her head. "You must stay home," she said coldly. "There's too much work to do." Cinderella lowered her eyes and nodded gently. That night, as the house slept, Cinderella sat alone beside the fireplace. Tears rolled slowly down her face and fell into the warm ashes. Suddenly, the air shimmered softly. A gentle glow filled the room. Standing before her was a kind fairy godmother. Her voice was calm, warm, and full of comfort. "Do not cry," she whispered. "Kind hearts are always rewarded." With a gentle wave of her wand, magic filled the room. A simple dress turned into a beautiful gown, soft blue, shimmering like moonlight. Glass slippers appeared, light as air. A pumpkin outside became a golden carriage, but the fairy spoke gently. "Remember," she said softly, "the magic ends at midnight." Cinderella nodded, her heart full of wonder. At the palace, music floated through the halls, slow and elegant. When Cinderella entered, the room fell quiet. The prince saw her and felt calm, as if the world had slowed down. They danced gently, moving like a dream. Time passed softly, almost unnoticed, until the clock began to chime. Midnight. Cinderella gasped softly and hurried away. One glass slipper slipped from her foot and rested on the palace steps. She disappeared into the night. The next day, the prince searched the kingdom, every house, every door, every step. When he reached Cinderella's home, the stepsisters tried the slipper, but it did not fit. Then Cinderella stepped forward, quietly. The slipper fit perfectly. The magic did not fade. The prince smiled gently, recognizing her kind eyes. Cinderella was taken to the palace, where her life changed forever. She was treated with kindness, respect, and love. And though she lived in comfort, she never forgot her gentle heart. And so, in that quiet old kingdom, kindness found its reward. The stars still shone, the nights stayed peaceful, and Cinderella finally slept without worry. Good night, sleep softly, sweet dreams.